Mind Psychic presents 9 signs that show somebody is lying to you in a text. Hi, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome to Mind Psychic. 9 signs that show someone is lying to you in a text. A study conducted in the US showed that we lie 11 times per week, while another one revealed that 60% of people will lie during a 10-minute conversation. As it turns out, lying through your phone is much easier than doing it face-to-face. But on the other hand, emails seem to be the most honest form of communication, where people lie the least. Mind Psyche has collected 9 of the most deceiving methods a liar would use to try to cover up for themselves in a text. Number 1. They are trying to change the subject. A liar will try to change the subject of your discussion and focus on a completely different one. They might even pretend that they are hurt by your insinuation that they are lying. This is called external distraction, and while focusing on it, a liar might accuse the other person of lying about something. They might even try every method possible to avoid answering the initial question that puts them under the microscope. Number 2. They compliment you after giving you a quick answer. Flattering is a method of manipulation that many people practice in their professional and personal lives. It can be used by a liar to gain control of the conversation and point it in a new direction. And it tends to be successful simply because we all like being told nice things about ourselves. The manipulator, a liar, knows us well enough and can tackle our insecurity when it suits them. Number 3. They are being vague. When someone isn't afraid to tell the truth, they will recall the easily remembered details that back up their story. A liar, on the other hand, will try to keep things vague. They don't want to give specific details that can easily be proven as lies. By telling half the story, they feel confident that they haven't necessarily lied, but told only half the truth. Number 4. They claim that they are honest and that they never lie. In their effort to be convincing, liars will overemphasize their honesty. Expression like "to be honest," "believe me," and "to tell you the truth" are very commonly used. If a person is being truthful, they won't need to repeat again and again how honest they are. By resorting to that trick, they are obviously trying to hide the truth from you by over-affirming their truthfulness. Number 5. They create complex and extremely detailed stories. Someone talented enough to create such detailed and colorful stories might be a pathological liar. Their stories are usually very convincing, while complicated and dramatic at times. The tiny details make their stories sound truthful, and they might even believe their own fabricated stories. It makes it very hard for you to deal with them, since they are not even fully aware they are lying, but think they are telling the truth. Number 6. They jump between the past and present tense. When a person is completely fabricating a story, they are likely to mess up their wording. You may notice that they jump from past to present tense and other way around. This is because their brain is so busy coming up with a fake story that it forgot how to form a grammatically accurate sentence. Unless someone does this on a regular basis, if you suddenly notice such a change, you should suspect that they are lying. Number 7. They try to end the conversation abruptly. You may be texting someone and ask them something that put them under the microscope. Their answer could be very short and vague, and suddenly they are in a rush to do something. They will end the conversation, leaving your question unanswered, and you wondering if they have something to hide. The best things to do in a case like this is to meet the person and talk to them face to face, seeing their reaction. Number 8, they don't use first person's pronouns. Sometimes liars can face their own action and take accountability for them. That's why they will refrain from using first person pronouns, but instead will make more general statements. For example, your boss is using the terms we and us too often. They are probably trying to distance themselves from their responsibilities. This way, they make you feel responsible for something you had no control over. Number 9, they use empathic language. While empathic language isn't anything bad, when someone starts using it all of a sudden, it should be treated with caution. If that person is lying, they will resort to being extra emotional with you rather than answering your question in detail. This is because they can understand your emotion at the moment and they try to manipulate them by showing false emotion themselves. This emotional category aims to influence your judgment and divert your attention from your initial question. Have you ever caught someone lying based on the method mentioned above? And if so, how did you react when you confronted them? Leave your answer in the comment below and we will join you in the conversation. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click the little bell, and also be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.